Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and of course, welcome back to the Bronco Raptor out here on Tassie Trailing. Now, Tassie Trailing recently got another update, and the creator of the map is very happy to let y'all know that the entire map, terrain and object-wise, is fully covered. Now, they have said that the map is not done being tweaked and adjusted yet, so there are a couple more little things they're planning on doing, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and dive right in to this new adventure. Now, some of y'all might be tired of seeing this Bronco Raptor and Tassie Trailing here on the channel, but here's the thing. I am far from tired of driving this thing, so that's why we were setting off on a brand new adventure in it today. Now, if you genuinely would like to see some other rigs and some other maps, let me know in the comments down below, because there are a lot of areas of Tassie Trailing that we haven't explored yet, and the trail we're actually about to run is a trail that we have never run in this direction. And what we're doing specifically in this video is we've got this set up on a very realistic tire. We're running the stockish tires and, well, stockish grip level tires. The tires themselves are Nitto Trail Grapplers, and we're going to be running one of the muddiest trails on the entire map. And when I say it's one of the muddiest trails on the entire map, I mean that. This trail is insane, and there's a lot that you have to contend with. So we're definitely going for a very realistic run here. Now, we've got the roof rack on top, and we've also got all of our gear up there. We got a couple of different cases. We've got some water and fuel canisters. We've also got our recovery boards if we need those. We got the RTR fuel canister carrier on the back, as well as the high lift jack. And we're running the RTR grill with the LED lights, and we've got ditch pods up there on the side of the hood as well, or I should say the sides of the hood. Now, this is where this trail starts. So if we do get into some gnarlier mud, the cool thing about the stockish tires is that they will absolutely sink in it if we get our lines wrong. Now, the creator of the map has actually been doing a lot of work to balance out the mud so that not all of the mud is the same. And when they say that not all of the mud is the same, what they essentially mean by that is that different lines through a section of mud can actually yield different results in terms of traction. So let's say you start off on the left side, just hypothetically, let's say you start off on the left side of a muddy obstacle versus on the right side of the muddy obstacle. It's all gonna look the same, but the left side might have more grip, and you're not gonna know that until you actually get in there and try it out, which is very realistic and is also a dynamic that you run into with real-world off-roading very regularly. Now, making our way up this hill, we haven't really found any loss of traction just yet, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes peeled because I want to make sure that we don't run into any situations where we sort of arrive unprepared, because arriving unprepared for any kind of obstacle like this is not exactly what I would call a good idea. Now, let's see if we can use those roots as a little bit of a traction assist. Not really. We used them as a traction assist on the front, but they kind of got hung up on the rock slider and did not give me the assist in the rear I was looking for. Also, it is worth noting that the wheels we are running are 1552 Turbomac HD beadlocks, and they look so sick on this thing. They look so good. I'm gonna put it in low plus and see if we can pick up our pace a little bit. It's actually not too bad. It's getting down. It's actually churning out some pretty deep ruts without slowing down. I'm impressed because these are, again, these stockish grip level tires. They are not the Redline tires. We'll give it a little bit of interior view here for a little bit of realistic cruising. I love that trail cam. That trail cam really never gets old. It absolutely never gets old. All right, this is where things should start to get a little bit more challenging because we're starting to come up to a little bit of a, I wouldn't necessarily call it a ravine, but I would call it, I don't know, a washout. A washout is probably the best term for this. Now, we have obstacles like this on some of the East Coast trails, especially once you start getting into off-road parks and things like that. Now, obviously, this is based on, you know, Tasmanian trails and not, you know, East Coast US trails, but some of the obstacle styles are definitely shared, especially stuff like this. And I gotta tell you, climbing down into this obstacle is a little bit easier than climbing up into it like I did the last time I was here with the, I believe it was a Land Cruiser 105, I think. I'm 99.9% sure it was a Land Cruiser 105 that we were here in last, but there's definitely a lot of different ways you can attack this obstacle. So let's see. I'm thinking it might actually, oh, we're spinning a bit. What are we in? Low plus? Let's go into low. Okay, we're digging. Let's go into low plus. We're still digging. We're either stuck or we're caught on a route. Let me go back. Try and work the wheel a little bit. There we go. We made a little bit of progress. Just a tiny little bit, but I think there's more to be made. Come on. This is so wild. We're moving really, really slowly, but I cannot tell you how insanely realistic this is. Like, genuinely, this is one of the most realistic freaking scenarios that you could possibly be in, because we're technically hung up on the rock slider. We're turning our wheels back and forth to try to find a little bit of extra traction in this mud, although I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of here without doing a little bit of winching backwards. Let's see. Tiny bit. Okay, that got us exactly what we needed. Now I'm going to put it in low, and I'm going to try to go up here to the right. Are we going to be able to do that? Yes, we are. Now, see, it was able to find grip in that mud, and that's what the creator of the map was talking about when they recently said that you were actually going to find grip variants within the mud, even if the mud looked the same or even looked similar. So that right there is a prime example of the level of realism that the map's creator is going for. And by the way, I love the way this thing looks when it's covered in mud. It looks so right. Like, everything about it when it's covered in mud just looks so good. Like, it doesn't even matter which color you go for. It all looks right. All right, let's see what we can do. We'll throw it back into low plus, and we got another mud pit just ahead. I don't think that we're going to be able to do this one in high. I was thinking about diving into it in high and trying to just mud bog my way through it, but I think that's going to be a pretty bad idea. So let's see. This is low plus, half throttle. I'm trying to go around the edge right here to try to search for a little bit of extra grip. I'm working the wheel back and forth because I know that if I don't do that, I still may sink and get stuck. And out we go. That was not bad at all. That was actually a far cry from the previous one, because the previous one, I was about to not make it out of there, and we did actually have to pull the winch line out. This one, easy peasy. We were right through. Now, it has started to rain on us, so let's see. As this gets a little bit more slick, I'm going to stay towards this edge, because I do not want to deal with getting stuck again. Not bad. Ooh, easy. You gotta watch out for those shrubs, because sometimes they'll get caught up in your axle and they can bind you up really, really bad. Let me go ahead and turn my lights on, because... Oh, wait a minute. I've got those light covers on. I should probably take them off, shouldn't I? Yeah, let me go ahead and get out of the rig and take those light covers off, because, let's see. There we go. Got the light covers off. Now that the light covers are off, we can actually properly use the headlights. No. There we go. Well, the headlights and the auxiliary lights, I should say. And I really like the way the headlight covers, oh my god, the light covers, the light bar covers. I keep calling them headlight covers for some reason. They're not headlights, so I don't know why I keep calling them headlight covers. Either way, the auxiliary light covers, the light bar covers, I keep using them in the customization, and I think it's probably because I keep wanting to put more stuff on the rig. But, like, once it rains and I want to turn them on, I think to myself, why did I put the covers on in the first place? And I'm just like, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Almost there. God, this trail is so overgrown. This hill is gnarly, too. Quite the hill climb. It's definitely doing a really good job, though. And yes, I know that these tires are huge. They're 42s. And, you know, some could argue that, like, well, these tires are too big for a trail like this. They're overpowered, blah, 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 blah. But, like, it's not just the height that matters. It's the way the tires are actually coded within the game. And these are coded to a stock-ish, which means literally that it literally translates to slightly better than vanilla game tires. So I guarantee you that these tires are not overpowered in terms of actual performance. Now, I'm really trying to hang out on the edge right here because if I go in the middle of this one, I am definitely going to be stuck. But I'm also trying to not flip over because I feel like that's a very real possibility, especially in terms of what we're dealing with right now. I don't want to get stuck, but I also don't want to flip. There we go. Dude. Oh my God. I'm so getting a picture of that. That is so sick. That is so sick. Oh, dude. I can't get over this thing. I know I keep going on and on about it, but like that right there, that scenario, I would have gotten out in real life with it raining outside. And I would have literally gotten out of the Bronco, walked around to the front, in the pouring rain, got my phone out and taken some pictures. That's legitimately like a I don't care what the weather is, I'm taking photos kind of moment. Yo, are these ferns just like ridiculously huge, or is that just me? I feel like they look like they're from another planet. They're that huge. I'm trying to put this grip to work. I know I'm, like, at a pretty nasty angle right now, but, like, ooh, yo, that's also such a good shot. I need to stop doing this. I really, truly need to stop doing this, but, like, it was another moment, okay? It was another moment, and I was like, I'm getting out of the rig again. I'm getting my phone out again. I'm being that person, aren't I? I'm being that person that everybody's like, will you hurry up and put your dang phone away? We have a trail ride to finish. I forgot that this hill was this wide. Maybe it was widened, or maybe it washed out a little bit more since we were last here. That's nuts. All right, we got a little bit of a river crossing to contend with. Come on. Oh yeah, this riverbed is definitely a little bit muddier than I remember because it might not look like it, but I'm getting a lot of wheel spin. We're still making some good forward momentum, but again, I am definitely getting some wheel spin here. All right, let's see. Second gear. Ooh, third gear. I'm impressed. I didn't think it'd be willing to take third right there. High range, maybe? Ooh, high range with the stockish grip tires. That's a gamble. That is quite a gamble because it's all down to, did I bounce off of the tree root? I did. Oh, geez. Okay. Bounced off the tree root, and I think I can fix this. Let me make my way around it. God, those tree roots are formidable, aren't they? They'll just reach out and grab you and be like, your trail run is now over. I now control this trail run. You have entered domain of tree. And I'm like, but Bronco Raptor. And it's like, I don't care. I'm stopping you. You shall not pass. And I'm like, are you sure about that? I could just drive around you. You don't have legs. You can't walk into another spot. So, either way, we'll figure our way around these obstacles somehow or another. Uh-oh, this is deep. This is deep. There you go, work the wheel. Trying to find something up front that I can... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it gonna spin? I'm stuck. Can I back up? No, I can't back up, nor can I go forward. Okay. It's a little bit of winching. Little bit. Come on. I must have been stuck on that rock that just rose out of the water. I must have been, because like either that or the tires buried so deep in the mud that they couldn't do anything anymore. I'm not sure, but either way, that was actually really bad. That was really, really bad. Now, at this point, we're back into territory that we know. If we go to the left, that'll take us down towards the beach, and if we go to the right, that'll take us up towards the watchtower, the ridge. Well, the ridge, we gotta turn left and then turn right, but either way, that was an absolutely amazing trail ride, and that particular trail, I cannot recommend enough to anyone that wants a really good challenge, especially in a vehicle that is kind of a little bit better set up than vanilla, but not a ton. So if you're, once again, looking for a very realistic trail, that particular trail out here on Tassie Trailing is one of the best. But if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all next time.